Hey kids, welcome to section 8.4, vehicle insurance. Today we're going to use tables to compute the annual premium for vehicle insurance. The big question of the day is, why does a car owner need insurance? Well, one, it's a law. It's required that every car owner has insurance. But more importantly, if you get into an accident with someone else, or someone else causes an accident that you're involved in, or your car gets broken into, or lightning strikes it, or something like that, it would sure be nice if you had insurance to help you pay for replacement or repairs. Um, so, yeah, most importantly, it's the law, but it would be nice to have your vehicle fixed if anything happened. So, if your vehicle is involved in an accident, it can cause bodily injury to the people involved, property damage to other vehicles or property, such as light poles, and collision damage to your vehicle. So, there are three types of insurance that you could possibly have with your car. The first one is called liability insurance, and this coverage provides financial protection to the policyholder against claims for bodily injury and property damage as a result of an accident. So if you get into an accident and someone in your car gets injured, or someone in another car gets injured, um, or you drive through a house, or something like that, that's liability insurance. Collision insurance pays for the damage to the insured vehicle caused by a collision with another motor vehicle or an object such as a telephone pole. So, collision insurance is for your actual car, um, fixing your car if it gets into an accident with something else. And then comprehensive, excuse me, comprehensive insurance pays for damage to the insured vehicle from losses due to fire, vandalism, theft, and just about any cause other than a collision. So, if a mad ex girlfriend keys your car, or a jealous boyfriend uh, slits the tires of, I don't know, then you can get that fixed. So, both collision and comprehensive insurance may have a deductible clause. This is something that most insurances have, and that requires that the insured person pays a certain amount to cover repairs before the insurance company pays. So, if you get into a car accident and you've got $5,000 worth of damage on your car, you might have a $1,000 deductible. So that means that you have to pay $1,000 before the insurance company pays for the rest. So there's always deductibles, health insurance, house insurance, car insurance, there's always deductibles. So the annual base premium determines the cost of your vehicle insurance. It involves many factors such as your age, marital status, number of miles you drive each week, whether you drive a long distance to work, and if you use your vehicle for pleasure or business. So basically, everybody's car insurance is going to be slightly different. 16-year-old males driving a red car are going to have higher insurance than 50-year-old moms driving a minivan. So everybody has kind of different things that go into what your insurance is going to be. You also have a driver rating factor. So if you get into accidents often, your driver rating factor is going to be higher. If you're a very good driver and you haven't been involved in any accidents, then your driver rating factor is going to be very low. And so the annual premium is the amount that you are going to pay every year for your insurance. So everybody starts with this annual base premium. And we get the values for the liability premium, collision premium, and comprehensive premium from tables. Those all come from tables, which are included in your notes. Um, but you have annual liability. Again, this is one example of one insurance company's tables that they use to calculate your premiums. But you have on the top here different values of amount of coverage that you want. So 25, 50 versus 300, 300. This just increases the amount of insurance coverage that you have, and then the property damage amount on the side. And then the bottom section has your collision and comprehensive premium. And then you actually get put into an age group and an insurance rating group based on many different factors as well. So these tables are going to come in handy. And then, so after you find this annual base premium, that value is going to go right here. And then you're going to multiply it by your driver rating factor to actually find what your annual premium is going to be. Don't worry, that's a lot of words, sounds crazy, but it's actually pretty easy. So we're going to do examples 1 and 2 using insurance table number 1. So if you look on here, here's insurance table number 1 on the top. And then there's a second version of an insurance table here on the bottom that we're going to talk about later. So number 1 says Della Welch is a principal operator of her vehicle. Her driver rating factor is 0.82, so pretty decent. Her insurance includes $5,100 bodily injury and $50,000 property damage. Her vehicle is in Group A. Okay, her insurance includes $5,100 bodily injury and $50,000 property damage. Her vehicle is in age group A and insurance group 13. She has a $50 deductible for both comprehensive and collision. Part A, determine the annual premium, annual base premium. So, it's important to notice that the first thing we have to do, according to the notes, is to find the liability premium, the collision premium, and the comprehensive premium, and then we have to add them together. So we go over to the table. We're going to use this top table. Okay, so we are looking for $5,100 and $50,000 property damage. So here's $5,100 and $50,000 property damage. We're looking at 344. Then we have to go to A13, and we need to find A13 is here for the collision and A13 is here for the comprehensive. Now the whole deductible thing, that's always going to be there, so you don't have to do anything with the $50 deductible. That's just kind of telling you. So I need to add these three numbers together: 344, 300, and 113. 344, 300, and 113. This is going to tell us what our annual base premium is, which is $757. This is what everybody who is in these categories is going to start at. That's not how much they're actually going to pay. That's just what the base premium is. To find the actual annual premium that you're going to pay, you take the base premium $757 and you multiply by the driver rating factor, which is 0.82. So this person, Della, is going to pay $620.74. So it really all depends on this driver rating factor, because if it was anything other than 0.82, you'd be paying a different price. If it was more than 1 for your factor, then you're going to be paying more than $757. If your driver rating factor is less than 1, you're going to be paying less than $757. So $757 is the base premium, and $620.74 is what the annual premium that the person's actually going to pay. Okay, example number 2, Fran Nader's insurance covers bodily injury $25,100 and $100,000 property damage. Her car is classified as C10 and she has a driver rating factor of 1.98, so she's not a very good driver. She has a $50 deductible for both comprehensive and collision. Part A says to determine the annual base premium. So let's see, we're at 25 and 100. Let's kind of erase what we've got. So 25, 100, or wait, hold on. 25, 100, and 100,000. 25, 100, and 100,000. We're at 338. Then we're at C10. So here's C10 for collision and C10 for comprehensive. So we're going to add these three numbers up. We're going to add the 338 and the 213 and the 65. So that's going to give us an annual base premium of $616. Again, that's not what you're paying. That's where it's starting at. The annual premium, you take the base premium, $616, and you multiply by your driver rating factor, which is 1.98 for this example. And that's going to give you an annual premium of $1,219.68. So because her driver rating factor is pretty high, number 2 is the worst and she's at 1.98, that means that her premium is going to be very large. To determine the monthly premium, all we have to do is take the annual premium and divide by how many months in a year there are. So I can do $1,219.68, and we can divide by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. That means that Fran is going to pay $101.64 every month. All right, so it's really important that you understand the difference between annual base premium and annual premium, and how the driver rating factor is what's going to influence how much you pay. All right, let's switch to table number 2. Table number 2 is just a different situation. It's now going to look at 4 different insurance companies, and it talks about basic liability. It talks about additional deductible liabilities. It talks about uninsured vehicle liability, like if you hit someone that is not insured. Talks about emergency roadside service and medical coverage. Again, these are just examples of different insurance companies. These are not set in stone, nor are they the only ones out there. So this says to use vehicle insurance table number 2. So Rodriguez III has auto insurance through GEICO. He would like the following coverage: basic liability, additional liability with a $250 deductible, uninsured vehicle, and emergency road service. Part A, what would Rodriguez's monthly premium be? So we're at GEICO, and GEICO says that he wants the basic liability, which is $75. He wants the additional liability with a $250 deductible. He wants the uninsured vehicle cost, and he wants the emergency roadside service. So for Rodriguez, we're going to add these 3 numbers up. So we're going to add the 75, the 80, the 20, and the 1. And this is going to give us a monthly premium of $176. Notice that the title of the insurance table is monthly premium versus the title for the insurance table number 1 is annual. So make sure you really pay attention to that. Okay, so then to find Rodriguez's annual premium, well, if 176 is the monthly premium and there are 12 months in the year, I can multiply that together and get an annual premium of $2,112. Awesome. Okay, example number 4, Timmy has auto insurance through City Farm. He would like the following coverage: basic liability, additional liability with a $500 deductible, uninsured vehicle, medical coverage, and emergency road service. Part A, what would Rodriguez's monthly premium be? Okay, so we're going to the monthly premium. Let's erase these guys. So we're looking for City Farm. So we're looking in this column here. We want basic liability. We want the additional liability with a $500 deductible. We want the uninsured service. We want the medical coverage. And we want emergency roadside service. So I need to add these 5 numbers up in order to find what Timmy's... Oh, I forgot to change this. This should be Timmy's monthly premium. And this should also be Timmy's. My bad. Sorry, guys. So we can take 60 and we can add the 50 and we can add the 20 and the 7 and the 25. So that gives us a monthly premium of $162. It's a lot of money to have to pay every month. Then to find Timmy's annual premium, we can take the monthly premium, 162, and multiply by 12 months. That's going to give us $1,944. So there are lots of things that go into insurance costs: the type of car you have, how far you're driving, how old you are, what kind of insurance coverage you want. There are so many different factors. So really pay attention when you're shopping around for insurance. Compare rates. Do your research and your homework and find the best one for you. All right, kids, if you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, keep calm and keep trucking.